In this video, we're going to start actually writing JavaScript. And we're going to do it using something called the browser console. And as some kind of background, JavaScript is a programming language which was developed to make websites interactive, although it's since branched out slightly. And you can, because of that origin, you can write JavaScript directly in this idea of a browser console. And all browsers will have this, exactly where varies depending on the specific browser. So my question is, can you find your browser's JavaScript console? This is one of the things which is good for you to pause the video, try out, and also with a helpful search icon here, if you're not sure, you can try Googling. And search queries you might want to try, for example, these ones here. So hopefully you've had a go now at finding the JavaScript browser console. I'm going to show you how we might do that on Chrome, which is a browser I happen to be using. It'll be slightly different if you're using, say, Firefox or Safari. To start off with, we need to be in a window. It could even be an empty tab. It's not important which one it is. I happen to be using a page for this course, obviously. And then I'm going to go to the top right here, More Tools, Developer Tools. And I get something looking like this. And you might not be on console by default. You might have started on the Elements tab. But you want to make sure there's lots of different tabs. It's the console one that's the important one. And that is the browser console in Chrome. So, well done us. There we go, some nice confetti to celebrate. We're actually going to write some JavaScript. So, here, I am going to put 3 plus 4, and I get back 7. And that's what you expect, right? Because 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. This is actual JavaScript we've entered. You can do math in JavaScript. So this is genuine JavaScript code we've written. So to check that you have processed that, here's what I want you to try and do. Pause the video and see if you can follow this task. Now you've had a go at that, I'm going to show you how we can do that again in Chrome. So we can be in a new tab. It doesn't matter where we're at, but just for the sake of it, I'm going to go to this course page. And from there, top right hand corner, More Tools, Developer Tools. And make sure you're in the console tab. And yeah, you might see some stuff like this. Doesn't matter. We had to get a result of 10. I'm going to try 4 plus 6. And 10. Fantastic. So things you might be worried about, are you going to break something? Because, you know, as you're playing around there, there's lots of different colors and warning signs or whatever, and you're like, oh, what's going on? You're going to be fine as long as you aren't just randomly copy and pasting dodgy looking code from random parts of the internet. If you stick to kind of sites like Stack Overflow, when you're copying and pasting code, you'll be fine. Then the second of those, the input line has disappeared. You might be struggling with that because when we're trying to enter that JavaScript, we need the input line. And by the input line, I mean this thing here, where let's get another result for 10. 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. I clearly need to be able to type here to get this to happen, and if you ended up on a different tab, then you won't see that same input. So you're here and oh, what do I do? Where do I type? Make sure that you're back on that console tab in order to have that input for JavaScript. And the final thing that might concern you is that there's a lot of noise, you don't know where to look in the console. Because if we look at this here, there's all this, it's like that stuff there, again, which is quite noisy. What you can do, there's this command, which I'm not going to bother explaining at this point, it's not super important really, but it just gets rid of all that noise. So that's, again, console.clear with parentheses after. That will just kind of declutter and get rid of noise if you're kind of finding it hard to drown out all that stuff. So to embed your learning from this video, see if you can do these tasks. So by the other basic operations, because we've done addition, what about subtraction, multiplication, division? Indices, that's 2 cubed, 2 to the power of 3, where 3 is the index. Can we combine them 2 plus 3 times 7? What will happen? Does JavaScript, when it calculates mass, does it follow the order operations, bid mass, bod mass, maybe ped mass if you're American? So that's this video where we looked at writing our first JavaScript, doing some maths. In the next video, we're going to continue with JavaScript. We're going to be looking at text.